Legends, hope you all had a fantastic weekend. The question is, what is Bitcoin going to do right now? We got a little bit of a dump on Saturday and then a pump on Sunday. And now the question is, what's going to happen next year on the price of Bitcoin? Let's dive straight into the technical analysis. As always, from a disclaimer perspective, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm sharing this content in terms of how I approach the markets from an entertainment and educational perspective. Let's dive right in. The first scenario I would like to discuss is basically a nested 1-2, a double 1-2 scenario here to the upside. This is the most bullish case scenario where price has formed a leading diagonal in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a three-wave corrective structure in a wave 2. So now you have your first 1, 2, and price is now potentially finished its first impulse here to the upside in another wave 1, a three-wave corrective structure in a wave 2. Preferably, this low does not get claimed again, and now you want to see acceleration to the upside to go and complete the bigger third waves over here, where you basically form a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And I have to highlight that a leading diagonal inside of the first wave 1 never carries the highest probability, but it is still a scenario that could play out. So definitely an interesting zone to start looking for longs. And I think what would also be interesting is if price starts breaking this little trend here to the upside. So you can see there's a little trend that is formed over there. And now price has broken this little trend over here. Now the question is it going to find upwards momentum, smash through, or reject, once again, form a lower high and continue to the downside? So as you can see, price is currently chopping there at the trend. Looks like it wants to continue momentum to the upside. Then from a most bearish case perspective, you can see that the momentum is to the downside. Price corrects in a three-wave structure. It continues momentum to the downside. Corrects in a three-wave structure, continues. And for the moment, this is a three-wave structure since the high was completed here at $82,500, give or take. So for the bears, you're basically expecting for this structure to potentially be finished in an ABC, and you want impulsive structures to form to the downside. So a wave A, three wave B, and now this could be the last leg for the C wave here to the upside. What I would like to see in this scenario is that price forms another low here to the downside, corrects in a three wave structure to form wave 1, then price has basically formed a 1, a 2, and then it can accelerate here to the downside to go and claim potentially that $60,000 low that everyone has been watching. But most importantly, what you want to see form here to the downside is an impulsive structure, because that's the only way that price is going to accelerate like it did over here to the downside. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is definitely an interesting zone where I will be looking for longs again. But this is the most bearish case scenario where price has formed the top here at the end of the C wave. And I can see here on the 8-hour time frame, a wave 1, a 2, a 3, a third waves usually carry the most amount of volume, which it does. And now it can still form that final fourth wave and another 5-wave structure here to the downside to go and complete the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correction up, and then, highest amount of volume, usually in the third wave. You expect acceleration to the downside. It needs to cut like a hot knife through butter, basically smash through all the areas of support over here. And you want to see a correction to mimic this wave 2 correction over here, and another push to the downside, where I will be very interested in longs if price does get to this area just below the $60,000 zone. Now, looking at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour time frame, I can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move here to the upside. Remember, now that can either be the wave C, or this is a wave 1. Okay, either a 1 or a C. If it's a C, you expect continuation to the downside in that scenario that I've just explained. If it's a wave 1, okay, you can see that this low was now made after the 0.382. And this is a box that I've been highlighting for the last couple of weeks, where I've told everyone this low was made too soon. So for this impulse to the upside, you ideally, most commonly want the low to be made after the 0.382. So when this low was made, the probabilities was not high to continue momentum to the upside from a bullish perspective. But now that price has made a fresh low after the 0.382, there is a chance to count this structure as complete here to the downside and for momentum to continue. Or price can still form a larger corrective structure, of which is the first leg in your corrective structure. It makes a lower high and then it falls down and you have a larger three-wave structure to the downside, where I will be paying attention to price inside of the green box once again. But now you can see price has finally, from the short that I've taken here on my Bluffin and my 2-bit account that I have shared many times, you can see that was my profit taking area. Okay, a major profit taking area for me. Price has now claimed my profit taking area, so I've taken majority of the profits from those 2 trades that I was in because I have to follow my plan. Now the question is the three-wave structure finished for continuation to the upside, or is price going to form a larger three-wave structure, then get continuation to the upside? Okay, now zoomed in onto the 1 hour time frame. For the bears, this is the scenario that I would like to see unfold for the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin has formed a wave 1, a 2, and all of this can still be part of the third wave to the downside. The 0.5 Fibonacci is usually a maximum target for this wave 4, where the 0.618 is an invalidation for a fourth wave for a last fifth wave here to the downside, where price will then form a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So naturally, the 0.5 becomes an interesting shorting opportunity. You can also see that it has confluence with these highs over here. So what I will be looking for is a SFP from these highs or even these highs over here. But what I would like to see is for price to slow down, reject, and that will be a trigger for me for potential short here to the downside that could come and claim the low again to complete the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure to the downside. Now, still focusing on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that if this is a three-wave structure in A, B, C to the downside, where you basically have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves inside of your C wave, which then gives you either a W or a. This can still be the first leg of a bigger corrective structure. If price is going to form a W, X, Y to the downside, a larger three-wave structure, ideally for X should not tap the 0.7 Fibonacci. If X taps the 0.7 Fibonacci, price could form a longer sideways corrective structure without Y claiming the low of W. That could be a flat or a triangle. As long as price rejects in this zone before it hits the 0.7 Fibonacci, there's always that chance that price can still form a larger three-wave structure here to the downside in a WXY. Remember, price can also, in a three-wave structure, it also equals an A. If this is an A wave, you want price to at least tap the 0.9, which is the first flat B target. A three-wave A, okay, a B that taps at least the 0.9 Fibonacci, and then price can still fall down in an aggressive C wave to the downside to go and claim the low of the A wave once again. Now for the bulls, this structure can be counted as completed here to the downside. It's either a B, C inside of a W, a X wave to the upside, and an A, B, C to go and complete the Y. And now you have your three-wave structure here to the downside. This structure can also be counted as a simple ABC, where basically this is your A, price has formed the B over there, and this is your completed C wave here to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave structure inside of the C wave. So for both these scenarios, either a WXY or an ABC, like I've just highlighted over here, this low should not be claimed, and this should be the invalidation. So for the bulls, you can see that the local trend here to the downside is currently being broken. Okay, and for the bulls, you want to see continuation here to the upside without taking out this low over here. So I can see a 5-wave structure already here to the upside. If price comes back down for in a 3-wave corrective structure, some bullish CVD, find your sign of strength that you like to identify from a trading perspective. There's definitely a longing opportunity. If price does come back down, retests the trend for continuation back to the upside. It's going to either be an ABC, price falls down, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction, continuation, where there's another opportunity to get into the action. Okay, now something that I would like to highlight is that I saw over the weekend that wow competition. Remember, under the first link where I have the Bluffin link for amazing deals if you want to trade on Bluffin, but then they have the wow 2026 competition that's running at the moment. If you want to be part of my team, select this link and register, and you will see we are currently ranked number 3 here from a P&L perspective, and then from a trading volume perspective, we are currently ranked number 2. So if you have not joined the competition, select the link here, second link here down in the description, and you will see that is where you can register and be part of our team. And as a team, we could scoop up and potentially even grab that first place. Also remember, my local trading plan has already been shared inside of the community, and if you want to be part of the community, send me the word access to my Telegram and I'll send you the instructions on how to join the community. Now, from a simplicity perspective, something that I want to point out here from a support and resistance perspective on the 12-hour time frame, let me just switch that on. You can see where price found support was inside of my little green box over here. Okay, price fell to the downside, it lost this major area of support, it swing failured from the low, got the bounce at my support box, it was also the value area high, it was the anchored VWAP like Andy also pointed out in some of his live streams, and now price is currently getting a bounce here to the upside. So as long as price can remain above support here at the moment, it could continue momentum here to the upside. The first major area of resistance is around about here at $78,000 500 zone. So that is also where that 50% Fibonacci is lying, like I've shown everyone. So when I take a fib here from the high to the low of the structure, remember, for price to still form that 5-wave structure here to the downside, a 1, 2, 3, 4 into resistance, you want this resistance to reject for another leg here to the downside. So definitely an interesting zone for me to pay attention for a potential short. A little bit further up, you can see there's still that major area of resistance. Remember what I said in the ABC flat scenario. You have the impulse to the upside, you have a 3-wave structure to the downside if this is a wave A. Price can go up in a 3-wave structure, reject above the highs, and then fall down again in a A, B, C. So definitely a zone where I will still be paying attention for a short if price continues here to the upside and flips this resistance area into support. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, my detailed trading plan has already been shared inside of the Telegram community. If you want to be part of that community, send me the word access on Telegram. First link down in the description. Also, if you want to be part of our amazing trading team that is currently doing phenomenal things, let's see if we can keep the momentum up. That link is also down in the description to come and register and be part of our trading team. Hope you've enjoyed this update. Until the next one, cheers for now.